Hi, this is Jace Petrie. I'm the boxing instructor for Team Took, kickboxing instructor and MMA instructor for Team Took, and this is jab cross hook. So first I'm going to talk about the stance and the footwork and what I like to call working the line. So this is our line right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to have, I'm an orthodox fighter, so you're going to have one foot on this side of the line where the heel butts up against it, and one toe on this side of the line where the toe butts up against it. And basically you know, the reason we do this is because we have to get power out of our feet. All the punches, powers comes from our feet. So if I'm like this and I got my feet crossed, when I try to throw a straight right hand, my own leg is going to stop me. Okay, and it presents some other problems too for MMA. But you know, if my feet are crossed like this, it's really hard to deliver any power for the punches. So basically, heel, toe, right? Kind of on the balls of our feet, not really flat-footed. And basically, my opponent's this way. I'm gonna my knees are almost kind of knocked together a little bit. Traditional Muay Thai stance is a little bit more like this. Traditional boxing stance is a little bit more like this. Basically, the jab, all it is just an arm punch. Okay, it just comes straight out and comes straight back to your chin. The power from the jab comes from my feet. Okay, and it's basically I'm gonna have my head over the kind of like center of gravity, a little bit over the back foot, and I'm gonna have my chin on my shoulder just like this. And I can do the jab without even moving my arm, okay? So this is the basic of the jab, just a step, that's it. One step, bam, okay? You notice that my back foot doesn't move forward very much. That's a different technique. Jab, and I put the hand with it. Step, jab, step, jab, step, jab. My head kind of stays back. My chin is protected by my shoulder. This hand is where it's supposed to be, and my head is right over. So now when I throw the jab, I can throw the jab with just a step, okay? So that's the jab. Following the jab is the right hook, okay? The right hook is probably the most powerful punch in boxing. Misunderstood punch a lot of times. But basically, all you're gonna do is follow the jab with a straight right hand, okay? I'm sorry if I said the right hook, but straight right is what I'm talking about. Basically, you're going to pretend like you got a bug under this foot, and you're going to squish that bug, okay? The way I like to kind of describe this sometimes is if you're a track runner and you see track people taking off from the line, you don't see track people taking off with this foot up in the air because this is where all their powers come up. So I'm not going to explode off the line like this, right? I'm going to, boom, explode off that back foot. That's the same thing for a straight right hand. So I got my line, heel to toe, the jab comes out, and the straight right hand turns right over. My chin stays right on my shoulder, my punch is eye level, and my shoulder rotates as far as I can. This hip has to rotate past my other hip, okay? That's where my power comes from, and then you put them right together. Okay, that's a 1-2. You're gonna follow it up with a hook, okay? The hook comes back to center. You see a lot of people throwing hooks like this, right? Basically, this is a technique, but I don't prefer it because I'm going to be hitting with these two knuckles, and these two knuckles are not as strong as these two knuckles. So when you throw a hook, you want your thumb up, just like that. That way I hit with all four of my knuckles and my elbows up. It's just like I'm going to give somebody 5 and turn my hip over, okay? So it's just like the straight right hand, but instead of pretending like I have a bug under this foot, I'm gonna pretend like I have a bug under this foot. So after I turn my straight right hand over, I'm gonna bring it back and turn my hook over. And you see a lot of guys lagging that hook from way down here, and they'll get caught. I'm way open here. Same thing with the jab. Don't have my head out with the jab. I get caught, head up with a straight right hand. I get caught, chin down. Everywhere you go, chin down. So here, bam, hook's right there, chin's protecting my hook, and I can just transfer my weight. Okay, this is called weight transfer, and it's a big part of boxing. So when I follow up the hook, the straight right hand, I follow with the hook. Elbow up, thumb up, boom, right there, and I come right back to center. I don't come way over here, just right back to center, because if I want to, I can follow that straight right hand again. You know, you put them all together, it looks like this. And then back to center. Back to center. Back to center. Back to center. Okay, so we showed you how to do the 1, 2, 3 combination, which is a basic combination of boxing. And now I'm going to show you how to hold pads and how to actually deliver the 1, 2, 3. So as a pad holder, you don't want to have your hand kind of just laying there limp for him to throw a straight right hand. Go ahead and throw the straight right hand on me. And my hand kind of locks back like that. You don't want to do that because his hand locks out, and then his elbow sometimes overextends and you can kind of hurt your elbow. So you kind of want to meet the pad when he throws a straight right hand. Meet the pad. Pop. It's going to do two things. It's not going to prevent him. It's going to prevent him from overextending his arm, and it's also going to strengthen his tricep. So it's going to make his punches a little bit stronger. When you're a pad holder, you want to meet the pad. Now, I've seen a lot of pad holders holding pads. Well, he throws a jab and he hits with this hand, and I don't really like this. Okay, I was taught a different way. I've seen a lot of guys going, here and then here, and I don't really like that because he's kind of cross punching. So if he throws a jab and he gets used to throwing that jab cross and he leaves it out, a lot of times I can come over the top and beat him. But if he throws the jab here to this one, now I really can't come over the top and beat him. Okay, Andrew's a little bit taller than me, so it's it'd be hard for me to do that anyways. But the bottom line is, if you hold pads like this and he cross punches, you get in the habit of doing that when you're sparring and you're shadow boxing, and then all of a sudden I'm open right here, as opposed to right here where I'm not as open. So anyways, without further ado, the 1, 2, 3 on the pads. Here we go. Ready?